guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a mini heart crochet thingy. So the equipment needed are going to be yarn. It doesn't matter which kind of yarn you're going to be using, but yeah, just yarn. And a hook that fits the size of the yarn. And a pair of scissors. So this would be the equipment that I'm going to do. If you would like to make a keychain or something, I'm just going to show you this tutorial. So that tutorial is so easy, and it's like the beginner friendly. Like if you just started crocheting, you could do that as a beginner. So you would take the yarn, and firstly we're going to do a magic ring. There's a few ways to make a magic ring. So this is the first way, and the most common way. You wrap it around your fingers like that, and with your hook go under that the yarn, and that bit should be at the bottom, and you pull it, and then with the bit of yarn that you have here, you wrap around and go inside that holy thingy, and then you'll have to just do it again, like wrap your yarn over and go through that holy thingy, so it can be hard and still. So that's the most common way, except that I think I'll just do it again in case you need to look. Okay, it doesn't matter. So you wrap around twice on your fingers, and with your finger like that, look at the bottom, that's how it should look like. Take that bottom bit of the yarn, you take that bottom bit of the yarn, and then it should be on the top. And with that spare bit of yarn, with that bit of yarn, you yarn over and you get inside the thingy, so you can do it. And then I recommend doing it a bit smaller, because, well, yeah, why not? Yeah, and so that's the first way. The way I would normally use is pretty simple. You don't need the hook like that way. So you yarn over twice. Well, yarn over twice, and then with your middle finger, you pull that bit of yarn in here. Take it. So then you have two big massive holy things. You take your hook inside the tiny one, not those massive. Yeah. Inside the smaller one, and you yarn over and get inside that thingy hole. And that's the way I would do a magic ring. So after the magic ring, you would like to chain 3, because yeah, you should chain 3. You yarn over and inside that holy thingy, small one, get in inside there, and then you repeat that, yarn over, get inside that thingy. And then you do that for the one last time. There we go. We did it 3 times. And next you would like to do a 3 double crochet. So double crochet is pretty simple. You yarn over, and then inside that big holy thingy, you go in there and you yarn over and you get the hook out of the thing. And then now you have 3 loops around your hook. You'll yarn over and take the first 2. And then you have 2 knots left there. Yarn over and get inside the loop. You take both of them. And now you have your first double crochet. You do that step 2 times as well. So I'm going to explain again. You wrap your yarn around the hook. With the hook, you insert the hook into the whole thingy. And then wrap it around and take a bit of yarn up there. And then you would have 3 loops around your hook. Yarn over and then kill the first, well, not kill, take the first 2. Now you have 2 on your hook. You yarn over again and take them both. Then you'll have to repeat it 1 final time because we have to do it 3 times. Yarn over and inside that whole thing, I don't know why I keep saying it like you just go in there and yarn over and get it out of there. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You take the first 2. And then you take the other final 2. And now you have 3 double crochets, and that's how it's meant to look like. If yours looks a bit different, maybe it goes around the thing a bit more, that would be fine. Yeah. Next you would do 3 half double crochet, which is like pretty much the same thing as a double crochet but a bit different. So you yarn over and insert your hook in there, and then yarn over and get it out. Now you have 3 loops around your hook. It's not like double crochet, you take the first 2. In half double crochet, you take all 3 together. And that's how you do a half double crochet. So I'm gonna repeat the step with the instructions. Yarn over, insert the hook around the holy thing. Wrap your yarn around the hook, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. So you yarn over, and take all 3 together. Now you only have 1 loop. You don't care about that because you just leave it. So again, for the final time, you yarn over, insert your hook inside that, and inside the magic ring, and then you yarn over again. Yarn over again. Now you have 3 loops around your hook, so you yarn over and take all 3. Now we kind of did the first half of the heart. So next we would yarn over 1, chain 1, which is going to be yarning over, and insert the hook inside that loop, there we go. We just chained one. So now we have to. So you know how we did 3 double crochets and then 3 half double crochets. We don't really. Well, I'm not going to talk about the chain 3 we just started with. So yeah. So now we're gonna do the opposite without the chain 3. We're gonna do 3 half double crochets and then 3 double crochets because, well, so you know how so that's gonna be like the half, and this is the bottom of the heart, because you know how the heart looks like that. So that's gonna be the bottom, and then the half double crochet should be like, well, the double crochet should be a bit thicker, well, not thicker but fatter, and then that's how it looks like. So that's like half of the heart, and then the heart is gonna look something like that. I don't know. It's gonna look like that. So you do the 3 half double crochets, which you yarn over, insert your hook inside the magic ring, wrap your yarn around the hook. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and take all 3 because you don't want to leave any of them there. Take all 3. Repeat the step. Yarn over, insert your hook inside the magic ring, yarn over again, and then take your hook out of the magic ring. You have 3 loops, yarn over, take all 3 loops, so none of them gets left out. And finally you do it again. I think you might have got hang out of this. If you didn't, you can just repeat the step again. There we go. So we did half. And after the half double crochets, we go straight into the 3 double crochets. You yarn over, insert your hook inside the magic ring, yarn over again, take it out of the magic ring. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, take the very first 2, and you have 2 left. You take them both together. There we go. And then you do it again. Yarn over, insert your hook inside the magic ring, yarn over, and take the hook out of the magic ring. You take the very first 2 and the final 2. So now I guess you might have got hang of how to do this. So yarn over, insert the hook inside the magic ring, yarn over, and take the hook out of the magic ring. You have 3 loops. You yarn over, take the very first 2 loops, and then the final 2 loops. Like that. So, and then, so now you kind of did the heart, but before we finish the heart, we have to chain 3, yarn over, well, wrap your yarn around the hook, and inside that loop, pull the yarn inside there, and you just did a chain. And then you do it again, yarn over, insert the yarn inside the loop, and then do one last time, like that. Now we'll do a slip stitch. In the slip stitch, you go in there without yarning over, and then yarn over when you're under in the magic ring, like that, and then pull them close together, and then pull it up so it gets tighter. So So with that bit of the magic ring that you had extra in the beginning that you really don't need, pull the bit of the yarn that you don't need, and now you're done with your ring. That's how it should look like. So now we have to cut that bit of yarn you have there. So to cut it, well, we need the scissors. Then, so as you can see, it looks so much like a heart, but there's that kind of thing, slip knot thingy, which you would really like to do. So with your hook or with your hand, you would pull it a bit higher, and then with the scissors, you cut it to the middle, like that. And then with that bit of span yarn, you pull it like that. So you obviously would not like to have your mini heart with these kind of thingies, except if you're gonna put it into your bag or something, like example with this bag. I think it should be a bit thick because this should fit on like the bag handle, be a bit thinner, and then tie it like that, or however you tie it, and like that, and then you can put it a bit more in here, like that. Wait, I need to go to the back because I can't see properly. Tie it more than once, probably. And like that. I really would not like to make it like that, so if you would like to make it, it's fine, but I really don't. So I'm just gonna cut it because easier and quicker for me. And to remove these bits, you cut these extra bits of yarn. You don't cut them to the end, but it's gonna go down. So that's how my mini heart tutorial is gonna look like. So cute, not gonna lie. If you would like, you can put it into a keychain, and it would be like that on the keychain. It would look so cute. Or if you would like, you can stick it on like as a magnet and stick a magnet on there. But I like it like that. It's just prettier. So that's the tutorial today. It would be really helpful if you subscribed to our channel and shared it to all your family and friends if they're interested in this channel. So thank you. Bye.